Okay, students, today we are going to finish our print part of our project. When you get your art back today, you need to look at it and make sure that you are done printing. If you are not done printing, you will need to do that first. And then you will need to wait until it's dry to do the next part. Your print needs to be completely dry to start sharpieing. So when you get your artwork back today and it is dry, you can take and very carefully peel this off and make sure you don't rip it. And the same with the tape. You want to be careful that you don't rip your art. And you can take the tape off. This is now your project. This was just our tool we used to create this. I am going to want my piece of paper behind the plastic. And this piece of plastic can go to pink table. I will save these. So I'm going to leave this at pink table. I need this to do the Sharpie part. Now I want you to keep in mind that we printed this. So everything on your image is mirrored over here. And when I say mirrored, it's opposite. So if you had a lollipop right here on this side, on the right side, it's now going to be on the left. It's flipped. Keep that in mind when you are sharpening and adding your details to your artwork. The first thing you want to do is first add all the outline. So I'm going to take my Sharpie and looking at my image, at the top here, I'm going to do my ribbon. I'm going to very carefully outline all the lines of my ribbon. So I'm not doing really any of the detail yet. I'm just getting the big picture of what my food item, my dessert, looked like to begin with. So I have the top of my cake here, my ribbon. Now I know this ribbon is actually this one over here. I'm going to follow it along. When I have it all outlined, the next step would be to look at any details that I couldn't really paint or print into my picture, and I'm going to re-add them in afterwards. So I have my ribbon here, coming around behind my cake. And then I'm going to go into my cake and see what I can add. So I had these triangle shapes. I want to show those again. I might have lost those a little bit when I was making my print. So I'm going to reintroduce those. I have my circles. And it's okay if like this circle got bigger, I can still make it the same size as the others. I have my flowers here. I want to make sure that I add those details. So every single thing that I drew here, I'm going to redraw and outline. If you have a little detail, you can switch and use a smaller Sharpie if you want, the thinner Sharpie. But for right now, I'm just outlining. I have my big, this seemed to get a big purple blob, and that's okay. I'm redrawing right over top of my print. Now once I get all these flowers done, I'm going to go back up here and look and see. I noticed that I had started to add a design up here. I can introduce that now right over top of my print. So any details you want to add, now is the time to do it. Like I said, if you'd rather get a thinner Sharpie because you have lots of tiny details, you can do that. When you finish sharpening your print, you are going to put it into your table folder. It is dry. It does not need to go back on the drying rack at all. And we're going to use it to complete our project on another day. So as I finish this up, I'm going to make sure when I put it in my table folder that it has my name on it. I would need to finish the platter here. Then it goes into my table folder. Okay, so I'd finish this, make sure it still has my name on the back, put in the table folder. This, when you are done, you no longer need this. So you can either recycle it or take it home today. This is our goal, to get this Sharpied by the end of class today.